Hi everybody. So today I'm going to do a tarot reading from the Magical Hours Tarot about the eclipse, the Pisces lunar eclipse, and this is the deck that I'm using. So the question is going to be, what am I finally ready to stop carrying? Okay. So this is a general reading. So if you're here, it's because you were called to be here, and then this message is for you. And I wore my little butterfly shirt in honor of Miss Dolly Parton, who just left us. I know she has bigger things to do, so she's on her way. But I was thinking about this Pisces lunar eclipse, which is happening August 27th, 28th, depending on where you are in the world. If you're Eastern time, I think it's 10:30 Eastern time in the US about the Pisces lunar eclipse. And it's about release. It's about endings. It's about surrender. It's about trusting our intuition. It's about forgiveness. It's about dissolving what we can no longer carry. Things coming to a culmination. It's about emotional truths. Pisces is the last sign of the zodiac. I don't take the flippers out of this deck because it's super slippery. If you've watched me before, you will know that this deck is extremely slippery, so cards jump out all the time. So I don't trust it as much as other decks I use that are hard. They don't jump out so easy, so I know when that happens, I pay attention. But this one, I trust my intuition and see what I'm feeling. So anyway, let's get back to the reading. Okay. So yeah, like I was saying, Pisces is the last sign of the zodiac. So it naturally has that end of the cycle kind of feeling, and that can be amplified under an eclipse. So things can come to the unconscious, old emotions, dreams, memories, attachments, spiritual questions, things we thought we were finished with that we are not. Pisces is asking us what is ready to be released, accepted, forgiven, or returned to the universe. All right, so let's see. We're closing a chapter. We're trusting our intuition. We're releasing an old identity. So what am I finally ready to stop carrying? What am I finally ready? That's the question, to stop carrying. What am I finally ready to stop carrying? What am I finally ready to stop carrying? Let's see. Okay, I think that's good. All right. Let's see. Let's pull 3 cards. What am I finally ready to stop carrying? Ooh, 7 of Cups. Things are transitioning. It's coming to fruition. Okay, we'll start here. Interesting. So, what am I able to stop carrying? So, the 7 of Cups, which you can see right here. Cups is our emotional, things that we hold on to. So, seeing the 7, I'm seeing us assessing and going back over things in the past and maybe ruminating a lot about certain things, maybe certain things we've said, maybe certain things that have been hurtful to us, certain things that we have said that hurt other people. And we're still juggling those emotions, right? It looks like she's juggling all of this. So we're ready to put these down. We're ready to stop carrying the emotional wounds from the past. I'm looking at it as experiences we went through, reevaluations about certain people in our lives, things in our lives, maybe mistakes that we've made. And so we're ready to release our emotional detachment from that, right? Because we don't want to bring that forward. So this eclipse is going to bring things up for us to release. So anything you are emotionally holding on to that is especially far in the past, if the situation happened far in the past, you're being called right now to put it down. Take your cup and put it down. You don't have to carry this forward anymore, right? So if you've been feeling a little emotional or even super emotional lately, you know, ask yourself, what is coming up for me? Why am I feeling this way? What is it that I need to know about this? And see what it is. And whatever it is, tell yourself, okay, you know, I've been through this. I forgive myself. Just forgive yourself, okay? I'm not gonna tell people, you know, forgiving other people for terrible things is a work in progress. And, you know, it's not so easy to forgive, you know, I think forgiving happens in stages, right? But you can forgive yourself. You can forgive yourself if something happened, because that's what we do, right? We blame ourselves for being in certain situations that got us hurt. So forgive yourself. Put it down. Put down those emotions, that anger, that frustration, that resentment that you've been carrying, okay? Because you're really being asked to do that because we have the Death card. Now, I know literally we've had a few deaths happen in the last few days, one being Miss Dolly Parton. But I'm looking at this card as symbolic. Death is the card of transition. So it fits following the 7 card. Once we can put to rest, bury those things that are no longer serving us, we have the opportunity to transition into something so much greater. Because if you see the growth here happening, right? So that's what happens after we transition something that no longer serves us. It creates the space for something new and better to grow out of it. So we're being asked to do that, right? Death is a rebirth. It's a transformation. It is a clearing of the old. And that is such a wonderful Pisces theme for this eclipse. It's crazy, these cards that are coming up. It really, really fits. We're being shown we don't have to carry this anymore. Whatever this is for you. Everybody has their own burdens that they're carrying. So death is telling us we are transitioning out of that. But we have to be proactive. We have to not hold on to past grievances for this transition to take place, because once it does, we come to the completion and the transition into the new. And this is the card, the 10 of cards of Pentacles. This is a card of celebration, right? Pentacles is the material world. It's our work, our body, the people that we can touch, our friends, our lovers, our families, you know. So we come to a place of celebration once we go through the death cycle. And the death cycle, look at it as you're just transitioning, you're just transforming, you're being reborn. And when you get on the other side of it, there's going to be celebration. Do you see that? See, that's the celebration card, right? So I think this is a fantastic little reading about what it is that we need to let go of so that we can transition and we can move into the place of a celebration. So if this resonates with you, let me know. What is it that you're letting go of? Is there something that you're letting go of? Is there something that you've been called to release and accept? Sometimes letting go is as simple as accepting what happened. I noticed that for a lot of us, and I am including myself in that, we resist things that are happening to us because of course we don't want it to be happening, but that causes us so much more suffering, right? So sometimes it's just accepting what happened so you can start to move on. Let me know your thoughts. What are you doing for this lunar eclipse, this Pisces lunar eclipse? Are you going to do a releasing ritual? You can do writing a letter and burning ritual tonight and tomorrow would be a great day to do that. You know, whatever it is you don't want to take with you anymore, you don't want to carry anymore, what you're ready to put down, what you're ready to bury into the ground so that new things can grow. Maybe write a little letter, whatever it is that you want to release, and release it, burn it, do a burning ritual. It's a great night to do that. Okay, I hope this was helpful. This was helpful for me, for sure. I know a couple things that I am going to let go of. Yeah, let me know your thoughts if you enjoyed this reading. I have a bunch on my Postcards to the Universe in the playlist. If you're on YouTube, you can find the playlist there. I do a bunch of tarot readings. I do oracle readings. I do little, talks about anything inspirational. So please check it out. And I would love it if you would like, and if you would comment, and you would subscribe. And I hope everybody is doing well. And every single day, just do one thing that brings you tremendous joy. Just one thing, whatever it is. It could be taking a 20-minute nap in the middle of the afternoon. It doesn't matter. Whatever it is, do one thing that brings you joy. All right, have a good one, everybody. Have a wonderful eclipse, and I'm excited to see how the energy shifts after this eclipse. Let me know how it goes for you. All right. By the way, I'm Melissa, and I will see you guys next time. Have a good one. Bye-bye.